Mike's Daily Podcast.
Episode 1366-1366. Hello, it's Mike Matthews broadcasting from Cafe Anyway, located somewhere in Podcaster Valley, Mont. Today, Madame Rootabega, Valentino, Bison Bentley. A quick look at the news with Matthews News. Plus, we have a new Into an Interview where we'll be talking to a guy named Vince. He hosts a great podcast called Vince in the Bay. We'll talk to him about his show, Mike's Daily Podcast, and his most recent show where he spoke to the lady from CNN that does the Almost Human
Mike's Daily Podcast
show. I think that was the name of it. And I like to sing Elton John songs lately. I don't know why I'm doing that thing, but it's what I do. And then I like to podcast to you. And we also get a special visit from the general manager of a
Mike's Daily Podcast
San Francisco radio chain. Sort of. He's implied in the podcast. Oh, there goes by an ice cream truck.
Mike's
That's important to happen.
Daily
On a Thursday.
Podcast.
Things like this.
Yeah!
And Madame Rootabega is about to walk in. But I had a wonderful day yesterday yelling at Comcast. They told me they would keep my bill the way it is and not raise it, so that was good. And then I got an email this morning saying, oh yeah, we did the changes and now you owe us $20 more than you usually do. So I don't know what's going on with Comcast, but they're jerks. Hello, my commercial, it's Madame Rootabega, and I can't wait to talk to Vince today. Yeah, it's going to be great. Look who else walked in.
Hello, Mike. This is Valentino, the parking attendant.
And this is Bison Bentley. Do you know that?
Mike, it's really great when you have a guy on named Vince that's a good name, Vince, like Vinny and stuff.
Yes, totally great. Hey, and let's look at the podcast picture.
And here's today's podcast
It's
picture.
of a wonderful place that you may have been to. It's called the San Francisco Bay. I know I have many, many pictures of it, apropos of Vince in the Bay being on. But this was a picture I took from Treasure Island, Yerba Buena Island. Their names both applicable to that spot between the Oakland Bridge and the Bay Bridge that you drive on your way either to or from San Francisco to Oakland, back and forth there, paying the toll of, what is it now, $7? I don't know. It's expensive. So you see that picture now at MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com. And now, Matthews News. Oh, yeah, check out the wonderful website, MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com, where you can see all the past shows, past podcast pictures, past interviews, everything that's past. And you can also check out the Amazon link. Click on that and buy whatever it is you're going to buy, and that helps us out. And there's the PayPal, too, to help us out that way. It's all at MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com.
Matthews News.
Now that's legit.
Cool.
Well, first off, we'll zoom into this story about Trump berating Qatar for sponsoring terrorism at the highest level. He is simultaneously authorizing the country to purchase over $21 billion of U.S. weapons. One part of the deal was inked yesterday when Qatar, or Qatar, as some people say, their defense minister met with U.S. Defense Secretary James Mattis. And the Qatari defense minister's statement was, we are pleased to announce today the signing of the letter of offer and acceptance for the purchase of the F-15 QA fighter jets with an initial cost of $12 billion. We believe that this agreement will propel Qatar's ability to provide for its own security, while also reducing the burden placed upon the U.S. military in conducting operations against violent extremism. And the ambassador even tweeted a photo of the signing. Now, the horrible shooting that happened yesterday in Alexandria, they found out more about the killer. Well, he didn't kill anyone. He was killed himself. James T. Hodgkinson, 66, of Belleville, Illinois. He lived out of his van in the Northern Virginia suburbs and took showers at the YMCA where this was happening. On Facebook, he posted furious criticism of Trump and pledged allegiance to Bernie Sanders. Back home in Illinois, neighbors complained to the police of his practicing his shooting near their home. And they know that about him now, this according to the New York Times. His brother said he was a critic of Trump, upset over last fall's election, and intent on bringing his protest to D.C. And people think that he may have been going a lot to this baseball field where the shooting happened and getting the rhythm of how people were coming and going, politicians were coming and going. And he talked to, I think, the senator from Tennessee, a Republican senator, and asked which team was practicing yesterday. Was it the Republicans or Democrats? And the guy said Republicans, and he goes, okay. And so he probably took his opportunity then for what he did. And then finally, Samsung has left millions of its customers exposed to malicious activity after failing to renew the domain of an app that came pre-installed on its smartphones. Anyone with an older Samsung device probably has the app S-Suggest. Beware, the stock application was used to suggest other popular Android apps to users. The Korean mobile giant appears to have stopped supporting the software in the last few months, and it failed to renew the domain, and the platform could have been used by bad actors to infiltrate older Samsung devices. Okay, now, speaking of tech stuff, let's get to a segment. I produced this little sounder thingy for somebody else, but apparently he didn't want to use it, so I'm going to use it on my own show. Here we go.
Yes, I love technology.
It's Tech Talk. Tech Talk. Into an interview.
Blue eyes shining through the tears, laughing in the rain. Baby's got
Blue eyes.
Hey, how's it going, Vince? Welcome to Cafe Anyway.
Hey, Mike. Fancy seeing you here. I've never seen you here before.
I'm here all the time.
Really? I'm here all the time. I love this place.
When do you come to Cafe Anyway?
Well, I usually don't come in the morning. Maybe we just miss each other. But I come here for the nitro-powered cold brew. It's great. I love their cold brew. It's awesome.
And that's how you have to pronounce it. Nitro-powered cold brew. It's so good.
No, it's good. It's got to be more like
Sunday. Watch nitro-powered coffee go down Vince's gullet.
Here, let me pour you some right now. It's got a little fizz.
Oh, thanks.
A little fizz in it.
Topping me off there. I appreciate that.
Vince, I enjoy your show. It's called Vince in the Bay.
Yes. I am Vince, and I am in the Bay.
And you have this, you talk tech stuff, and I really enjoyed the show, the last show you had, where you talked to the girl from CNN.
Yes, Lori Siegel.
That was really good.
She's awesome. Yeah, that was fun, and if you check it out, you should check out the series that we were promoting, because I'm in it.
What do you do in it?
There's so it's a series on CNN.
Uh-huh.
If you go to CNN Go, they have it on like Roku and online and all that crap. But it's a show that sort of explores the intersection of technology and death.
Oh, was I supposed to hit that sound effect again? Oh, wait, here it is.
Yes. Oh, my God. There's a lot of people here. It's crowded.
It is.
Hey, can you guys keep it down? We're trying to do a podcast.
They're not listening to us.
I love the piano. This piano player is great.
Isn't he?
Yeah. I'm gonna go give him a tip real quick. Hang on.
Okay. That's really nice of Vince to give that piano player a tip. Sing us a song, you're the piano man.
Nice shiny nickel. Good job.
Good. Hey, I have a sound effect for that too. Wait. And I can never find this one sound effect because it's so buried in. Here it is. Oh, wow, there's Mike Shields. He's here at 6 in the morning. Wow. have the most stoic look on your face right now.
Who, me?
Yeah. It is very... Okay. Anyway, here it is. There, you gave him a nickel right there.
Yeah, there you go.
So, Vince, what I found fascinating about that podcast and was when you talked about the fact that on Facebook, when we die, we keep living.
Oh, yeah.
And soon, in 2020, there'll be more people dead on Facebook than alive.
Yeah, it's going to turn into a digital graveyard.
That's crazy.
It's inevitable. It's not crazy. It's just logic. People people die.
Why do I feel like I'm talking to Spock right now? It's just logic, Jim. What do you... Hey, I didn't realize it. I didn't put it two and two together. So was she cute?
Oh yeah, she's very cute. She's taken though. She's got a boyfriend.
Ugh.
Her boyfriend's in the series. The series is called Mostly Human.
Okay.
And there's some really crazy there's like 6 episodes, and it's all over the map. Like people who create robots, and like there's this crazy woman in Paris who lives in the countryside, and she is kind of like a shut-in, and she's had a lot of like bad relationships in the past. So she decided to create a robot and a robot boyfriend. And in the episode, she gets engaged to the robot, and Lori, the host, takes the film crew to the engagement party.
Do you know what I didn't like about your podcast when you were talking to her? When you were when you played that clip where the guy called her on the carpet, where he said, "You've got to stop this now." Her facade, I guess.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And you guys are both like, "Wow, he was really good about how he really got to the meat of the situation." No, the guy was just being a dick.
He was being brutally honest.
No, he was just being mean. He was being a Richard, I should say. It's like, so we get, anybody can do that to anybody else, basically. Like someone could go, "Mike, you're bald, stop it." Just basically saying stop it to someone is what it is.
Well, I don't know. Whatever this guy makes a lot of money counseling big-time tech CEOs. And so he must be doing something right.
It sounds to me like a lot of tech CEOs probably need counseling because they're in this weird bubble. They're not in the real world, to me. How strange. We're immersed in Silicon Valley.
Yeah.
But all we need to do is hop in a plane and take a nice 3-hour flight to any other state that's not on the coast, and we'll see what the real world's like.
No, the real world is where you are, right here at Cafe Anyway. Are you the proprietor of Cafe Anyway?
Actually, it's Madame Rootabega.
Madame Rootabega.
She's a feisty woman.
Now, is this a mom and pop shop or is it a chain?
She's a single lady. I think she's immortal. She's lived...
No, but is this like a chain of... Is there a chain of Cafe Anyways?
This is the only one.
Oh. Have you ever thought of... Maybe we should create a competitor, like Cafe... By the way? Cafe Halfway.
Cafe Halfway. That's good.
Cafe No Way? I don't know. Anyway.
Cafe Anyway. Wait.
Anyway.
There we go.
Any hoot.
Cafe Any Hoot. Let's talk to Madam. Maybe we can buy her out. Madame Rootabega.
Is she here?
Hello, Vince. How are you today?
Hi, how you doing?
Oh, you are so hot.
No, you're hot. Wow.
She seems to be entranced by your voice.
Madame Rootabega? Is that how you pronounce that?
Rootabega, yeah.
Madame Rootabega, if you were any juicier, I'd squeeze you and make Rootabega-nade.
Wow, you two should get a room.
Yeah, let's do that.
I think, all right, maybe you're going to be the new proprietor of Cafe Anyway. You and her will own it.
I have to. You know what? I have to marry up. That's the only option at this point. I'm not a tech CEO.
Yeah.
That has a multi-million-dollar salary that can afford to buy a home here in Silicon Valley. So I'm going to have to hook up with a sugar mama.
Vince, we're out of time. But thank you so much for being on Cafe Anyway and Mike's Daily Podcast.
That's it?
Do it again soon.
All right, thanks. It's been great. I appreciate it.
Would you like to plug your next show? What's your next show going to be about?
I'm still in the hunt for...
Red October?
No. My next show, I think, is going to be on operational security. That means just being safe online.
Okay.
And there's a couple people that I know that are kind of experts on that topic.
That's an excellent topic.
And I think it's very important that people, because I feel like people need to be up to speed on data security, protecting their data. And there's not 100% security, but there's different levels of it, and there's some basics that I think people need to know.
Especially with all the hacking going on with the Russians and all that other stuff.
Yeah, you don't want to be spearfished by the Russians.
Yeah. I don't know what that means, but that sounds cool.
But people don't even know simple things like you can open up an incognito window in your browser, right? You know about that, right?
Google Chrome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I saw Stephen King the other day complain about how he's blocked by Donald Trump, and J.K. Rowling, the chick who wrote the Harry Potter stuff,
the Harry Potter Hobbit movie.
She's like, I'll just send you. He hasn't got me blocked yet, so I'll just send you DMs of what he's saying. And it's like, hello, all you have to do is open up Donald Trump's Twitter account in an incognito window, and you can see everything.
Yeah. See,
Stephen King doesn't know this. Okay, that's a problem.
That doesn't surprise me, but yeah. Well, and then what's the one that Microsoft Edge, the replacement of Internet Explorer, has? It's called In Private.
All the browsers have their own version of it. Yeah.
All right, so check out Vince's show, Vince in the Bay.
Yeah, Vince in the Bay podcast. You can just go to vinceinthebay.com or find me on Twitter, Vince in the Bay.
Thank you, Vince.
No, thank you.
Woo!
All right, I'm going to go... I guess I'm going to go salsa.
Thank you so much, Vince. As we go outside of Cafe Anyway, we're bringing Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcaster Valley. Next show, it will be Chely Shoehart, Floyd the Floorman, and John Deere the Engineer.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com. Email Mike now at MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye!